Traders have warned that some high streets may never return to pre-recession days as the number of empty shops rises. Nationally, town centre vacancy levels have risen to 14.5%. But in parts of Stoke-On-Trent, the level's more than double that, with 1 in 3 shops standing empty.
The warning comes on the day the Shadow Chancellor made a trip to the Potteries, where he warned against rapid rises in interest rates. And there's some flash photography in Liz Copper's report.
One of the last customers to be served at this coffee shop in the centre of Hanley. The owners will be shutting this weekend.
The recession in Stoke-On-Trent specifically has had a big impact on my business. I think people used to come out for a sandwich as a luxury and a coffee, and now I do think that people are taking their own sandwiches to work to save money.
And with customers saving money, high streets such as here in Longton are seeing rising numbers of empty shops. Here on Market Street there are 19 shops which are vacant or for sale out of a total of 53. This used to be a busy shopping area. Richard Cresswell's family established their ironmongery in the town in 1898. He thinks the current decline could be terminal.
Believe me, in 5 years' time you and I will still be standing here and they'll still be empty, quite frankly. And I can't see how, until they get to grips with it, and how things will ever change.
The Shadow Chancellor, Ed Balls, was in the city today. Here at a supermarket checkout, in spite of the smiles, shoppers were concerned about rising prices. With the rate of inflation increasing, what does he think should happen to interest rates?
I think interest rates will go up in the end, but that needs to be careful because this economy is not growing yet. Unemployment's still going up. And I would also counsel caution to the government. Look, we've got to get the deficit down. There's going to have to be some difficult decisions on spending, some cuts. But what the government is planning to do is too deep, it's too fast.
As the Shadow Chancellor toured businesses in the region, there was a note of optimism from the local authority, which says it's offering help.
We have got plans for significant inward investment which will bring in the footfall we need and get the confidence levels going. So there are plans.
But those assurances could come too late for some businesses. Many may find they have to shut up shop. Liz Copper, BBC Midlands Today, Stoke-On-Trent.
Well, joining us now is the Independence Champion for Retail Birmingham, Claudia Santillo. Claudia, thanks very much indeed for coming in this evening. It is tough out there at the moment. It does look unsightly when the shops are shut. It's bad for the traders as well, but it's also bad because the customers may never come back. They may go to the internet and stay there.
It's extremely difficult for retailers at the moment. I think Birmingham is doing extremely well in the current economic climate. The Retail Birmingham Bid District are really working with retailers and independent retailers to ensure that our vacant units are filled as quickly as possible.
How tough is it for people, though? Because people seem to be closing sort of overnight in some places.
They are. I mean, it is extremely tough. I actually manage Benjamin Ryan Hair, and we're bucking the trend by moving into bigger premises. So, unlike other independent retailers out there, it's a very positive story.
And how have you done that briefly?
I think it's obviously focusing on the quality of service that you provide and creating business opportunities and being entrepreneurial with your businesses and working with other independent retailers to make sure we all work together to ensure our vacant units don't happen. Well,
it'll be interesting. Let's just take a look at this company here. New businesses, of course, are finding novel ways of starting out. This coffee house in Birmingham is called the 90-Day Cafe. Well, the clue's in the name, I suppose, there. The owners, who graduated from university last year, initially signed up to trade for just 90 days as they didn't want to take the risk involved with a long lease.
A lot of people came in on our 90th day and said, oh, please don't close. We don't know what we're going to do for lunch. And so we thought, that's great, and so we should keep going. So we thought we'd go open again for another 3 months, and that was even better. And so we thought we'd take the big leap and open for a whole year and see where it goes from there.
I think that little bit of marketing makes them different. Simple as that, you know. So the cakes in the window, we walked past, saw them and walked in and said, oh, that looks really cute, let's go in.
I think trying out a concept like this, and we're quite quirky, it's probably going to be wise to make it a temporary thing, but I think it's really taken. I think there was a need for something like this in Birmingham.
Well, there we go. They seem very switched on. They obviously negotiated with the landlord to get a 90-day lease. What other ideas do you think people can come up with if they want to open businesses?
I think what they did was a fantastic idea, and at Retail Birmingham we're working extremely hard with landlords, property agents in Birmingham to come up with new ways to introduce new retailers into the Birmingham market. For example, one of the ideas we have is potential pop-up shops similar to the 90-day cafe, where we can introduce artists, photographers or other people in other industries to actually use those vacant units.
OK, Claudia, thanks very much indeed for coming in and talking to us this evening. Thanks.
Let's have a round